So the construction of Obeaku Seaport in Abia State set to commence as feasibility study of the project began with massive land donation. The China Harbour engineering company visited Obeaku for the commencement of the feasibility study for the proposed Obeaku Seaport project. The company commenced hydrographic survey for the proposed seaport project. His Royal Highness Eze Ikawuchi Ekene reaffirmed the community's full support for the project. He made known that the community has donated 2,000 plots of land for the project. You see, this is what we have been talking about. This is what we have been talking about. If we continue to wait for federal government to build seaport for us, we can never have a seaport in 2,000 years to come. In fact, everybody should thank Governor Oti for this initiative. I have said this in several videos that having a seaport in Southeast is very, very easy, only if we want and willing to build it by ourselves. It will cost a lot of money, but we have the money. We are capable of building it by ourselves without the help of federal government. If Ndi Igbo were able to rebuild their land after the Biafra War and made our region the most developed region in Nigeria without the help of anybody, without the help of Nigerian government that promised to rebuild the Southeast, introducing the slogan 3 hours, which they did not implement. We rebuilt our lands, we developed our lands by ourselves. What is seaport that we cannot build? This project should not be left alone to Governor Alex Oti to execute. Other governors in Southeast, all the governors in Southeast should join hands together with Governor Alex Oti to achieve this project, because it will benefit the entire Southeast. It is not going to benefit only Abia State. The importers in Onitsha will make use of the seaport. The importers in Enugu, Owerri, other states, Ebonyi State, all of them will make use of this seaport. There is a great need for other Southeast governors to join hands with Governor Alex Oti to achieve this beautiful project. This is not time for politics. This is not time to display party differences. This is not time for fighting where the project will be sited. The location of the project is already in existence. What we need now is support from other governors to make this project become a reality. You know, Igbos has been marginalized right from before the war and after the war. There has never been a reasonable federal presence in Southeast in terms of building a project. All of you saw what happened last time. Federal government listed so many states in South where new seaport will be built, excluding Southeast. They didn't even mention Onitsha River Port, which they have been using for politics right from the time. They did not even mention it. Now, one of our governors is trying to give Igbo land a seaport. It is well commendable, and we must support him. We will not keep quiet. This project will just be on paper without execution. We must support Governor Oti 100%, and it should not be left only to governors alone. We have billionaires across the world who are investing billions, trillions of dollars in other regions, in other places. We need them now to support Governor Oti in this project. It is not an abomination if an individual can support government to achieve a great project of this nature in his region. If you check the Jews, when they were in difficulties, their people across the world supported their people back home to develop their lands. This is what we expect from Igbo people, to support their government back home to achieve a beautiful project like this. We know what we have been losing in Nigeria, transporting containers from Lagos to Southeast, to Onitsha, to Aba, to so many places in Southeast. We will travel thousands of miles coming to Lagos to clear container. Federal government built dry ports in Kano, Kaduna, and connected them with railway to Lagos. And train have been moving container from Lagos port to Kaduna dry port to Kano dry port, and they have been clearing their goods in their region. But the same federal government refused to dredge Onitsha River Port, even refused to build the new ones in Southeast, even single one in any state in Southeast. The region that has access to sea, they refused to build even one single seaport for them. But they built dry port in Kaduna, in Kano, and spent billions, trillions of naira to connect it with the railway, through which containers will be transported to those ports for clearing. If you mention anything about seaport in Igbo land, they will come up with their propaganda. Southeast is a landlocked. Southeast is that. They don't have access to water. They don't have this. But they have ports during colonial masters, and goods were being moved through those ports during those periods. Okay, why did they stop dredging Onitsha River Port, if that may be the case? If building a seaport is not achievable as they describe it, what about the dry port they built in Kano, Kaduna? Why didn't they build the same for Southeast? You see these people, they don't want Southeast to be developed. They are so envious of Igbos because they know anytime Southeast has a seaport, other ports in Nigeria will collapse by 50% or even 80%. Because who are the importers? The importers in Nigeria are Igbos. Igbos contribute to 80% of people using Nigerian seaports. The rest are foreigners that have businesses in Nigeria, Chinese people and other Europeans that have businesses in this country. Go to any port in Lagos, any port in any part of this country. The only people you will see there are Igbos. They are the ones importing, they are the ones clearing, they are the ones contributing 90% of revenue being generated in Nigerian ports. It is Igbos that are paying customs salaries. Igbos are the reason why customs are being paid their salaries today in Nigeria. They are the ones making federal government to generate revenue from seaports through their effort, through their importation. But federal government refused to build even single one seaport for them. We should not keep waiting for federal government to develop our land for us. We are capable of developing our lands. If we can develop other regions, build the world-class infrastructures in another man's land, how can we not develop our land? Build seaport, build railways. We are supposed to be ahead of other regions when it comes to infrastructures. We are supposed to be ahead. We have the capacity, we have the money. What we don't have is unity. If we can be able to bring 30% of investment we have been losing to other regions, other places in the world, Southeast will develop in, just give it 5 years, you will see the difference. We have the money, we have the human capital, we have everything. How can we be begging federal government to come and build this for us, come and build that for us, while we have men that can do it? We have the money and we have the resources, both human and natural resources. We have more than what it takes to be world-class region in Nigeria. We don't know our worth. We are misusing we are misusing our power that we possess.